Fix a stuck shoulder blade fast. You can finally stop shoulder pain, especially in the front here, with overhead pressing through scapular mobility and control. This one exercise with different variations we're going to go through has helped thousands of our strength athletes get out of shoulder pain faster than they thought was possible. And if you're truly committed, you can get there too. My name is Dr. Corey Choffner, and we've helped thousands of strength athletes get out of their shoulder pain and back to doing lifts like overhead press, bench press, push ups, and pull ups, all pain-free because they followed our online shoulder coaching program. And I'm going to take you through the number one exercise that we use to unlock that shoulder blade that seems to get stuck when we're doing overhead pressing like this, and it feels like one side's moving more than the other, or when returning our arms where it feels like one side gets stuck, even at shoulder height when we're raising our arms overhead, just to grab something simple like a coffee cup out of the actual top cabinet. So let's dive in. Let's start with the shoulder blade and how it moves. The shoulder blade itself can move in 6 different directions in total, but for the purposes of this video, we are going to focus on 2 directions in specific. One being protraction of the shoulder blades, meaning forward movement of the shoulder blades as they wrap around the sides of the body, and 2 being retraction of the shoulder blades, meaning backwards movement where they pinch inwards towards your spine. And why is this important? Because during protraction, when you move your arms up over your head into an overhead press, the shoulder blades should naturally protract, or it's otherwise called abduction, where they naturally move out and upwards into upward rotation to help sufficient movement, while that humerus moves as well alongside with it. If it gets stuck or doesn't move properly, you're going to overcompensate using muscles in the front of the shoulder, and that's truly how we develop tendinitis over time, which is an overuse injury. Right? And then you have retraction, which is the opposite of protraction. Retraction means the shoulder blades are coming backwards together towards the spine, like when you do shoulder squeezes, or if you're doing any type of row, you should be retracting your shoulder blade. And both of these motions are very important to developing a strong upper back, which is the foundation for your shoulder joints. So if you have further questions or you're ready to fix your shoulder pain now, get my free shoulder fix guide by joining my Facebook group, NTS Shoulder Pain Relief Method. So we're going to start first with the seated version of the actual exercise. We're going to start with seated because it's the easiest version of it because it takes the lower body completely out of the equation. This way you can focus on your arm movement and your shoulder blade movement. Now, first, you want to engage your abdominals first, right? Directly on the rib cage here. Second, you want to keep your arms straight out in front of the body. Make sure the elbows are locked out and straight full extension. Then you're going to want to reach forward into protraction while keeping the head and the chest up. For some reason, everyone likes to cave forward and let the shoulder blades droop forward. You want to stay nice and tall, keep the head and the chest nice and level with each other. And then we're going to think about shoulder blades moving sideways around the body. Let them kind of wrap around you like wings, okay, on like a bird or something like that. And then you want to retract doing the opposing motion. You want to let them squeeze backwards towards each other and slightly down at times, depending on what muscles your goals are and what you want to recruit. And the key here is to do it while not allowing the arms to bend, right? Most people let the arms bend and extend while you're doing it. You want to keep them locked down. A good little key kind of trick here you can use to your advantage is squeeze the triceps, contract them nice and hard. So if you squeeze your triceps, it's going to fully straighten your arm, which is going to make you think less about the arm movement and focus more on your actual scapula or your shoulder blades. Now, when this is easy and sitting, you can progress to the prone version. And the prone version just means you're laying on your stomach, right? You chin tuck first, and then you squeeze your shoulder blades back second, and it means you're going against gravity, which is why it's going to be a little more challenging to complete. And this scapular retraction, otherwise known as shoulder blade retraction, is going to activate 2 muscle groups, one being the rhomboids between the shoulder blades, major and minor, and the other being the middle trap, which is that middle part of the trapezius muscle, which has an upper and a lower version as well. But for this specific exercise, we are targeting the middle version of it. Now, when the seated and the prone version get really easy, you're going to progress to the final and third version of it, which is called quadruped scapular mobility. For quadruped scapular mobility, you want to make sure that your wrists are directly under the shoulder joints and the knees are directly under the hips. You're going to keep the lower back neutral, and you can do this by sometimes putting a yoga block or a towel roll on the lower back so that it doesn't move at all. And we're going to just try and protract by pushing our body away from the floor, letting our shoulder blades wrap around our bodies, and then letting our chest drop towards the ground into retraction while our kind of shoulder blades squeeze together in that opposing motion. Now, most people will have a very easy time or find it very simple to retract backwards, but they'll have a very, very difficult time protracting, letting the shoulder blades wrap forward. Their lower back will move a ton, they'll shift side to side. So you have to really focus on keeping the abs engaged so that lower back doesn't move, and really pushing yourself away, letting your shoulder blades wrap sideways. And this is the hardest version because you're in a closed chain position, meaning your hands are glued to the ground, not like before where they're up off the ground in the prone position or up at shoulder height in the seated position. And now for the best results, you want to perform about 2 to 3 sets of this exercise at about 10 to 12 repetitions with a 2 to 3 second hold in each position, meaning 2 to 3 second hold in retraction, and then 2 to 3 second hold in protraction. And you want to try and use these before any type of overhead lift, like an overhead press or bench press. These 3 exercises combined and progressed over the course of 4 to 6 weeks is really going to help you regain back scapular and shoulder blade control to help you with upward rotation of those shoulder blades. So stop getting stuck and you stop getting pain in the front or outer side of that shoulder joint. So if you're into this, right, you want to try this exercise or you have questions on form and control, be sure to send us a DM on Facebook or Instagram. Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, if you guys want more help with anything, we do offer assessments in a 1 hour Zoom call. And I'd be happy to help you with any type of shoulder issue you have. Just text us the word shoulder to 1-475-241-7993, and we will get you set up for a free shoulder pain fix demo. Thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.